Hello again, my name's Gabe Zollner. I wanted to talk about something that I read and watched in a video. I actually posted that video on my Facebook, up on YouTube. And one of the areas I wanted to focus in on is the 3 stages of Islam. And the first stage of Islam is when they first arrive, wherever they arrive. Doesn't matter if it's Europe, Canada, United States. They come in very peaceably. And they don't simulate, but they don't agitate and they don't aggravate. They just gather in their own little enclaves and they breed and they breed and they breed. And they take advantage of any and all social services that are made available to them as refugees from their country or as new immigrants. And we don't hear much about them until they reach the second stage. And the second stage of Islam is when they've gathered a certain amount of strength. And strength is determined by a number of factors. Strength is determined by numbers or by their ability to elect people in key positions based on, once again, their numbers. And then they'll do little things that'll become obvious to those around them. And the little things that they do aren't peaceful. During the first stage, again, they accept everything that's around them. They don't try to agitate, once again, or aggravate. In the second stage, they become more noticeable. They begin to flex their muscles. And then when they enter the third stage, that's sort of when all hell breaks loose, which is what we're seeing throughout Iraq, which is what we're seeing in certain parts of Europe. Most of Europe is still in the second stage, like we saw with the attack in Copenhagen, and like we saw with the attacks that took place in France. They're becoming more open, they're becoming more deadly, they're becoming more brazen. And once again, when they're in the third stage, that's evident to us through ISIL, Al-Qaeda, the Mujahideen Taliban. That's when they inflict terror to anyone and everyone around them. America is in the second stage, I believe. Europe is in the second stage. Certain parts of the Middle East in the third stage. Have no doubt. Each stage is planned, each stage is adhered to, and each stage is designed to get to the third stage. When we're in the third stage here in the United States, women will be wearing burqas. Your daughters will have their genitalia mutilated to provide added pleasure for their husbands. And their husbands will have multiple wives. The democratic way of life is how they take control. The more of them, the more voice they have in all aspects of government. Right now, there's 2 Muslims in Congress. What do you think is going to happen over the next 5 to 10 years? As they continue to have their population explode, they become much more vocal, much more in control, not only of state politics, but of global politics. Keep your eyes open. Do your own research. Once again, Europe and the United States is in the second stage. I have no doubt that over the next 5 to 10 years, if it takes that long, might not, with the chosen one, Barack Hussein Obama, protecting and accelerating the events. I did a video and I talked about freedom of speech. If Islam, and if the word Muhammad used in a derogatory fashion becomes hate speech, which appears to be where it's headed, the third stage will be accelerated. You ever wonder why insulting Jews isn't considered hate speech? Or any other form of religion? Why are they focusing on Islam and the Muhammad, the Prophet? Ask yourself that question. That'll give you an idea as to how close we'll be to the third stage. Thanks for listening.